was going to Nets, but they choked the hell up. So I'll go to Celtics, man.
Celtics for the ring. So who y'all think coming out the West? Because I feel like the West right now, you said the Warriors. I mean, Phoenix is right there. I don't know who else is out there really in the West.
The Mavericks is
right.
They gotta get through the Jazz.
But that's a hard team to beat. You gotta think. And then just looking at the matchups, like
I bet on the Mavericks, but you know
how would the Celtics, or I'm just saying the Nets? Now that I think about it, the Nets never really stood a chance because you got to think this next level and just some of these big men and stuff that they would have had to deal with. I really don't see.
That ain't good because they had Andre Drummond. I mean, how much big man do you need? Like, get that nigga out there and get him on the boards.
Man,
like,
this nigga was only. I swear to God, I bet on him too. I bet on him multiple times. He would deliver on the boards, not on the points. Though.
And he was a hard body.
You know what I'm saying?
So.
But
one time I bet for the nigga that had 6 boards and he played like 18 minutes and got like 4 rebounds. Like,
you know, it's bullshit.
Like, why ain't you got, you know what I mean? This nigga can easily get you at least 10 to 12 boards any game. Like,
Swear to God, like last night, Giannis, you are 7 foot what? 1? Nigga, you only had 9 boards? 4 quarters? That's 48 minutes. You play for an hour and you can't get 10 boards? And you taller than them to everybody on the floor?
yeah, that's
Bullshit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But shit's on here.
Yeah.
Who, I think somebody fight. Is it this weekend or next weekend?
This weekend is Shakur Stevenson versus
Oscar Valdez.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna let you take that one away, Ken. So I know you've been talking about that one. I got my opinion on it for sure, but
okay, man. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson, Brick City, Newark, New Jersey. He's in weight class, 126. Is that what they fighting? Yeah. Going up against, they both champions, so it's a big look for both of them. It's gonna be winner take all for that division. Then after that, it's like, damn.
how you see it though? Like,
You know what? Man, I'm going with Shakur Stevenson by decision. I don't think it's going to be a knockout. I don't think Valdez is going to just lay down and just let him get the win. For real. Every time I seen a fight with Valdez and I said, oh, he going to lose. He don't lose.
right.
So
I want to hear Stack's opinion on this because Stack's is damn near the Golden Glove.
Yeah, Golden Glove champ right here, man.
But before we get to that, I want to go against the grain, man. I think that Valdez, he's probably gonna lose, but I think Valdez gonna get a knockdown or stay in the 8 count, something. He gonna stun Shakur with something, probably a left. Overhand left, stunning, you know what I mean? But I think Shakur is gonna be able to get his bearings and cruise to a victory. But I think it's gonna be some.
So you think he can knock him down? Like, you don't
Think about this. I want to say Oscar Valdez is maybe 31 and age and everything, but you know what I'm saying. Think of you yourself as a 30-year-old man. You don't think you can at least knock down a 22-year-old, 23-year-old?
Man, he said this. We was saying this shit when he fought. Who was it? Jamal Herring.
Jamel Herring was weak though. Like Jamel Herring old as fuck.
He was also a Marine. But that don't mean shit, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
At all. Because when I boxed back in the day, I remember some niggas from the Army came there and they ran with me. I had all 3 of them niggas puking their guts. So with boxing, running, and is a different. And that's the thing. Outside the ring, I feel like Stevenson gonna win the fight. Just like he eats, sleep, and shit boxing. He love that sport. And his fundamentals and the way he boxes, this one gonna pitch a shutout. Or they just gonna stop it due to just too many punches. Being typical, like, he's gonna pitch a shutout.
Damn, man, I just can't see him. I don't see Shakur Stevenson. This is hands down his toughest fight.
Yeah.
Before he gets to, and especially if he beats Valdez, you know what they're going to do. They're going to try to make him go up, preferably in the 135 range with the Teofimos, the Haney's, the
Yeah.
Bomas.
I feel like he can fight with Teofimo, but
He can fight with Teofimo, but he cannot fight with Tank. Just I don't see it.
yeah,
Tank is ahead of his time, man. That's like, man.
This is my thing, and this is a real talk. How do you sound right now saying Tank is ahead of his time and he can beat these people, right? He's never ever fought nobody but Mexicans. Look at his whole career. What are y'all talking about? When has Tank fought somebody black? This is finally gonna be the first. This fight coming up in May or what is it? In the May. That's the first time he's fought somebody, and that nigga is a fucking Mexican. Truth be told.
but that's not Tank fault.
That's not Tank's fault.
That's Mayweather
But
production.
he's never ever fought anybody but a Mexican. He's never fought a black person or a white person, nobody but a Mexican.
Hey, honestly, man, the Mexicans and them foreigners, they more vicious.
And when it comes to boxing, you already know that Mexicans hold prestige.
That's what.
God, bro.
That's why I always told people, like, as far as Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, I always say Errol Spence was the tougher fighter and did more because when you look at the WBA, the WBO, cool, those are cool belts. That's world championship stuff. But that's alright. But the biggest belts to win is the IBF because the IBF is usually won in somebody else's country. I mean, you had to go across seas and, you know what I mean? So, he had the IBF, which is going to be the hardest belt to get because you got to go across. And then he ended up getting the WBC. That's the biggest belt you can win. That's the #1 belt. That's really the first. That's the only belt when you look at boxing where Rocky Marciano's, the Muhammad Ali's was a WBC. They didn't start adding all these other belts. You know what I mean? And the IBF was here too because you had to go across seas to get it. So those are the biggest belts. And I feel like Terrence Crawford hasn't. I don't know, man. I just can't see him, the way he fights, taking that much damage to output. Like, how can he face that adversity? Like,
I think he's going to turn up his level of what's it called? I think because, one, although Errol Spence does have a crazy output, I feel like the counter punching of Terrence Crawford is going to slow him down to where he's not going to be, it's not going to be the same output. It's going to be, he'll throw 32 punches in a round, and now it'll be 16. Like, you know what I mean?
but I feel you on that. The way he can move and run and counter punch and all that, but
That's a tier one.
But as far as like the body punches, that's my thing. Like you can move and duck, but if he ain't even swinging at your face and you still moving, you gotta take that. Like you can only, or then you're gonna have to stand and what can you do for the body? You're gonna either have to move and try to dodge it as much as you can. Then you're gonna be losing because all you're doing is sitting there.
Gotcha.
So, and then you gotta sit there and let them hit you in the body, which over through the rounds, hitting your arms and body. It's a different story in the 9th and 10th
I seen
round.
an interview with Sean Porter saying out of Crawford and Spence, who hit the hardest, he said Crawford hit the hardest.
No, he said Spence. He said, honestly, when I was hurt, Spence had me even more hurt than Crawford did.
He said that. I thought he said. I could have sworn he said.
Crawford stopped, though.
Right. Crawford stopped him.
Yeah, but I didn't know about that fight. It's like, that was an unnecessary stoppage. He wasn't taking that much damage. Like, he just got hit with good punches and fell, and he kind of psyched his own self out because he didn't believe it could happen. Type of or
I think his pops just, wanted to show his control. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that, bro.
Doing too much.
Yeah, like that didn't make
Because
sense.
he wasn't hurt like that. He could have, and then as much heart as Sean Porter had.
It was
like,
getting bad. That was his second time getting dropped though. Like it was.
But when he got dropped, what was just a very accurate punch. It wasn't a hard, like a devastating punch.
And that's why I feel like Crawford is going to get the upper hand on Spence because he's more accurate. He's going to be more accurate. Of course, you're going to get your punches off. And you up close, and you got to do
Here's the thing. I feel like Crawford is going to hurt Spence a couple times. Now, as far as Spence now dealing with that adversity of being hurt the way he was, because Crawford would have stopped him or knocked him down in that point of the fight if he would have did that against Crawford. But now that he went through that adversity, it's gonna be some change-ups made. So Crawford can do the counter punch and stuff, but he does not put that type of output out. And Spence ain't putting the output out as in a brawling format. He is a real boxer doing it. He's precisely beating the body and arms and legs. He be punching. If you look how many low blows he get in a fight, he doing that on purpose. He know what he doing. Man, Crawford is. Listen here, man. If Crawford don't make some adjustments, and I just want to see
like
how he
Spence
can
was
deal with
hitting
that.
hella low blows.
Exactly, every fight.
Against the old guys.
Spence is smart. He
But I'm gonna say
he
this.
don't work. It ain't
Since you
no.
brought that up. The one round, I want to say what, round six, where Spence got caught and the ref did whatever the fuck he was doing. If that would have happened with Crawford in the ring, you know what Crawford would have did?
No.
Ran up going, he wouldn't have went. It would have. He
It's
would
like
have smelled blood.
Kell Brook moment.
Yeah, he would have smelled blood on him.
But Ugas was so trash for that because the referee only made him be able to get his mouthpiece because Ugas hit him and then backed off of him. Like, why did I don't know what Ugas was doing. And that allowed the referee to kind of cheat.
It was that uppercut that, he caught Spence, knocked his mouthpiece out, and Spence was like, let me get.
But even Spence said he made a rookie mistake by trying to get his mouthpiece after.
That's because he knocked his motherfucking Sonic ring loose.
But and this is my
Made
thing.
him lose
And
track
this
of
is
time.
why I say this is why I say science is real because man, as hard as Terrence Crawford hit, if he catch Spence in between the mixes of one of them counters, the way Ugas was, it's good night. I'm sorry, like, cause his accuracy is a little bit more accurate than Ugas was, and it's way harder too.
I feel like he can sleep Spence in my opinion, but
Yeah, I
you know what I'm
think
saying?
so,
I think it's gonna be a testament of endurance because if it lasts
And Charlo
10
too.
rounds,
And we gotta
Charlo
see
can sleep
too.
them both.
No, I'm saying no. I feel like
I think Crawford
would sleep or knock Charlo out.
Yeah, I
Easily,
think he can get-
because I'm thinking of Tony Harrison and the accuracy of that fight. And Crawford is way more accurate than Harrison.
And Harrison
And-
exposed the fuck out of him in their first
exactly,
fight.
and all he did was just do 1-2s and box normal.
Yeah.
You know what level Spencer Crawford is on when it comes to boxing normal? Oh yeah, they beat the shit out of Charlo. If that's all it took to win against you,
I
was
feel like
that.
Charlo's got better since then though.
Speaking of that,
He hit a nigga with a jab to the body and he went out. That nigga wanted that check. I don't give a fuck. Nobody talking about how do you get jabbed to the body?
before we get off the boxing
Yeah.
topic, before we get off that question, I want to know, all y'all, do y'all think Canelo is the best dude? And if so, if not, who's the only person that can beat him right now?
Canelo, the number one.
Yeah, I think.
Pound for pound?
Pound for pound.
Crawford or Spence? I mean, you know.
I'm saying in that.
I actually would say Canelo.
And then you gotta put my boy Tyson Fury. Shout out to that knockout.
Yeah, man,
That was
shout out to
stupid.
that knockout, man. At first I thought it was puny when I first saw it, but then I looked at the other angle.
That was professional.
Oh yeah, that was just clean.
Clean.
That was just that's a 7-footer too, just coming through.
You gotta pop it out with the UFC. Who you got next Saturday, bro? Talk to me and why. Gaethje
Gaethje of
or
course.
Oliveira?
Oh!
I didn't see Oliveira lose yet for real.
Yeah,
I want it back in America so bad.
Yeah, but Gaethje got something to prove. Gaethje got more to prove.
He's ready to go 5 rounds. I
Yeah, Gaethje got the endurance, but he's not good on the floor. He's good at wrestling, but he's not good. If he's on his stomach, Oliveira got it. Oliveira got it because he can get him so many
I
angles,
just
so
feel
many
like
ways.
Oliveira just he gonna find a way to win.
He gonna find a way to choke you out, but what's
He'll bump
crazy?
with you too.
He'll bump with you too. He'll beat your ass.
Man.
Like, that's
I feel like Gaethje hit a little bit harder than Poirier.
What the?
I'm sorry.
I'm saying. No.
That's just how I feel. Poirier was dropped Buddy like 6 or what was it, like 5 times?
Hey, what's
Yeah,
that?
it'd be
Keep
at
calling Poirier out too. What keep calling Poirier? I want to say, Kobe Covington. He keep calling Poirier out.
Man, I don't want to
They gotta
win
make
between
that right.
Covington and Oliveira.
And Oliver, clear.
Covington cool.
Covington is.
I was-
man, he
Covington
gave
showed
Usman
me
a
something
real
when
run
he
for his
fought
money,
Masvidal,
bro.
though. He showed me something when
He gave Usman a real run for his money.
You think he did?
I thought he was getting beat up.
Yeah, he was.
He was, but that was Usman.
Beat up.
He was catching Masvidal with some mean ones though.
Yeah, he fucked myself
He
up.
beat the shit out of Masvidal.
Yeah, me. I lost money on that one.
I had my money on Masvidal. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
He
it's
beat
the
the
women's
shit out
boxing
of
match too.
Ooh,
Katie
yeah.
Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Everybody been waiting for this. It's the undisputed for all the belts. Katie Taylor, the champ. Serrano's the contender with it.
And they say it's the number 1 pound for pound against the number 2 pound for pound in women.
Yeah. And then the only fight in women's that everybody else want to see after that is
I
Savannah
want to
Marshall
see
and
Clarissa
Chris Shields.
Yeah.
That's because they've been, you know what I'm saying, they've been having their little issues and all that too.
She definitely took her first L in mixed martial arts.
But that was,
But she got submitted.
yeah, she got some.
I thought she just lost by decision.
Oh, I can see that too.
I can't even remember. I think she
Yeah,
did.
I think she just lost by decision. But you know, as far as the topics here, you know what I'm saying?
No,
We
no.
definitely.
What do you say?
You
Blank for a minute, bro.
Man, listen.
Bring up
We'll be right back after these brief messages.
But check this out, though.
though.
I was just looking at the URL TV shit, man. That Kings and Queens card coming up.
Oh, yeah.
That's just what I was thinking about.
King vs. Queens 3, man. Motherfucking headline and main event is Jazz the Rapper for the Queens, and for the males, it's Geechee Gotti representing, man. We already know how Geechee do. We already know how Jazz do. You know what I'm saying? The thing about Geechee is
And it's 3 rounds. It gotta be 3, right?
yeah, it better be 3 rounds. I hope so. Shit, they promoted this for that damn long for it to be just 1. Hell no.
Yeah, it's 3 rounds.
Hell no. It's gotta be 3. It's gotta be 3. It better be.
But they got some goodies on here too, though.
Hell yeah, man. I see they got motherfucking couples match. Boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever the fuck. Baby mama, baby daddies type shit.
Who is it though? Who?
Jack Boy, man, First Lady Flames, man. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them brims out there, you know what I mean?
They battling each other.
They
Yeah.
battling each other.
Oh, shit, that might be. That might
That's crazy.
still.
Like
That
living in
might
the same
be
house as a
You know what I'm saying?
motherfucker. and try to- So you know they're practicing together. Like
I mean, of course.
gotta be entertainment purposes.
Of course, yeah. Like if y'all follow them on IG, they got the goddamn, they be doing pranks on each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with each other and shit. It's smart. It's good marketing. It's good. Like she said in the interview, I saw her say, "Why not get money with a nigga I'm fucking?" Type shit. Makes perfect sense to me. Shit, y'all go over y'all script, go over y'all bars, practice. Y'all better not mess up. It better be a classic. It better be a motherfucking classic. It better not be no stuttering like, oh shit. It better not be none of that. Already now, we ain't seen Flames choke. We ain't seen none of that. Or
we ain't seen playing. I thought she choked bad a couple times. Like,
she threw up against
Oh,
Cage.
shit.
That's choking bad.
I mean, she threw up, but then went right back in his face, started rapping though. I feel like that's.
I feel like Jack Boy don't win, but
I feel like, oh,
I feel like First Lady
Jack
Flames
Boy been
loses all
cooking.
the time.
Jack
She always
Boy-
does really, really, really good.
Jack Boy had comeback of the year this year.
Man, Jack Boy be having too
He ain't come back
dry
on it.
spots, bro.
He ain't had come back here because he been
Yeah,
fired
it's dry
since he
spot.
really been hot. Shit.
Just a little bit.
He got
been-
killed
been
in
cooking.
that one battle, and after that
Yeah.
then he died the franchise. That was pretty bad. Oh, no.
He been cooking. He was cooking.
He's trying to end his career.
He was cooking. He cooked. Who was that nigga? He cooked, man. No, Chess. He had a fire battle with Chess, and then before that, he battled.
Against Chester.
Yeah, he won.
Was it a man?
Never killed
Bands,
Chester.
yeah. Jack has never lost in a band,
Yeah, he was cooking.
That's his comfort zone, yeah.
but this ain't a band battle. So I said that to say he knows First Lady Flames or something. So I feel like that battle's a toss up.
I think First Lady Flame's gonna get that. But it doesn't really matter who wins that battle.
Yeah, that battle, yeah, they both win. That one.
Who else gonna do?
Man, the next battle is DNA versus Official.
That's actually a good battle.
DNA versus Official, NWX Crime right now. You know what I'm saying?
Official was NWX?
She definitely was NWX.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm too much scared for that battle.
You don't fuck with that battle?
Yeah,
I don't like DNA like that no more, bro.
DNA been cooking.
Okay, he been cooking, bro, but
When is he not
I'm
ever
just
cooked like
not
that?
into dude like that.
I mean, I can
He's a
understand.